it's time for the next thing, are you guys kind of blocking time out, or are you still kind of shifting between that headspace, throughout the process, like still playing shows, still touring while writing? Or is it like we're writing and that's it, like nothing else, no shows, like just solely focused on the next thing?
It does seem that we do kind of do, when we do write a record, we're not playing as many shows. We are specifically trying to focus on writing the record or trying to write the next song, but they definitely do overlap, as of course. So, but I do find that when we are in writing mode, we tend to do less of the other stuff and try to like totally focus in on writing. We do so much like pre-production and so much thought goes into our shit that we can't really like have the mental capacity to do other things as well. So I don't know if other bands do that, but we definitely slow down on like the playing shows and all the other aspects of being in a band when we're writing.
Gotcha. I feel like that's kind of the standard when it's at least an album time. Like, you gotta lock in on the record, or else it's not going to be up to par.
Yeah,
100%.
This record was kind of hard because we did play some shows and some tours. And it's hard to write on the road, and like the writing would kind of stop while we get ready for the tour and stuff. So it took us a while to really hone in this record, but I feel like the last 6 months or so we've been like really diligently just like finishing the album, trying not to play shows. Finished it right before we went out on our last tour, basically.
Totally.
Hell yeah.
You mentioned briefly that you guys would kind of classify yourselves as like perfectionists while working on music. How do you kind of balance that strength of perfectionism with everything has to be perfect and in line and sound exactly how I want it to, versus prioritizing a timeline and actually not working yourself into a mess because perfection doesn't exist, and just trying to find that nice balance? How do you guys approach that?
It's a great question.
We pretty much like have to just force ourselves to walk away at literally. Some point,
Yeah.
There's such a fine line between like working yourself into this like crazy madness of trying to perfect everything. So I think we keep each other honest, and we're like, listen, it's already as good as it's going to get. Like, we need to move on. You know what I mean? Because then we would never release anything. So we literally get it as good as we think we can. And then we all pretty much agree to just like send it to our label and walk away. It helps having a label that like does give us timelines and stuff, because then we know we have, X amount of time to work on this record. We might have a month to make some final tweaks and stuff, but for the most part, it's just like throw your hands up, walk away. We've done everything we could do. Like, let's move on to the next one, So
the deadlines kind of save the perfectionism. Like, they definitely force you to just like, it's like Cole says, like, step away. You can't be a perfectionist for forever. So that's a good question.
Absolutely.